Biscuit salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and all the rare cards in the mini set have been revealed, like 14 of them. Before we review them all, just a quick reminder, I'm doing a mini set giveaway. We're gonna be giving away 3 of them. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, or like, comment yesterday's video, the one I'm highlighting here, and yeah, subscribe to the channel and you will have a chance of being entered into the giveaway. But anyways, let's go into the review. 14 rare cards have been revealed. Looks like we'll get all the epics tomorrow and the legendaries, I guess, or whatever, the last day. But yeah, let's take a look at all of the cards. So first we have the Demon Hunter card here. Proving Ground. Summon 2 minions from your deck. They fight. So they're going to fight each other. It's similar to like the Paladin spell Duel, I imagine, where each opponent, you know, you would pull a minion from your deck, your opponent's deck, and they would kill each other or attack each other. Fight to the death, or what? Well, not fight to the death. They would attack each other. This time it's your own deck. So it's basically you're gonna get death rattles out, I would think, is the big thing you would go for. You could go for like an enraged thing like Gurabashi Berserker and like get some attack buff, but I think you'd want to get some death rattles. But overall, I see this as more as like a meme card. Really flavorful, really interesting, but I can't see it as like some legitimate card. I'm gonna give it a 2 in standard and wild, but I don't know, maybe you go Stalag and Fugit and wild as your only minions, and then you get Thaddeus, and it's, well, it's still probably not really worth your time. We have Moonlight Guidance, a 2-mana spell for Druid. Discover a copy of a card in your deck. So it's a copy, not discover, like you've seen a lot of just discover card in your deck. But if you play this turn, you draw the original. So let's say I Moonlight Guidance into Lightning Bloom. I get the Lightning Bloom right away, and then I can play the Lightning Bloom, whatever, or I play an Overgrowth and then I draw the Overgrowth. Is this going to be worth a slot in your deck? I have no freaking idea. It's tough to say, but like just Moonlight Guidance into Nature Studies into another Nature Studies is decent. I don't see this in like a token druid. I see it more like that miracle druid style of archetype. The fact it's not a nature spell does hurt the card, but it's 2 mana, possibly draw 2, which is always pretty good. It just, you can't play it on curve and all of that. I'll give it a 3. It's gonna see some play somewhere, I think. A 3 in standard, in wild too. Just because, well, 2 mana kind of draw 2, quasi draw 2 is pretty darn powerful. And yeah, druid like some card draw. We have Jerry Rig Carpenter, 2 mana 2/1 druid pirate. Battle cry, draw, choose 1 spell and split it. So this is really unique. Basically this will do what, you know, the old there was a legendary card that would, if you would play a choose 1 card, you would get a copy of like each version in your hand. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen here. You're going to draw like Power of the Wild, and you'll get summon a 3/2 Panther that'll cost 2 mana, and summon give your minions +1/+1 will cost 2 mana. So it's actually good in like a Glowfly Swarm style of deck. Buffs your hand, and of course, you know, it draws a card. It's Novice Engineer plus a little bit of synergy. It's I mean, it's 2 mana draw 2, kind of. I'll give it a 3 in standard and wild. I don't know. I see the effect seeing play in some kind of deck somewhere, and it tutors specifically for a choose 1 spell, right? So, you know, like if you're running like only very specific ones, you can tutor it for that too. So yeah, Novice Engineer kind of crying in a corner a little bit. Next, we have a Doggy Biscuit. Look at this cute little card. 2 mana tradable spell for Hunter. Give a minion +2/+3. So that's basically premium stats. After you trade this, give a friendly minion rush. So I'm assuming you trade this and then you get it back, it will give a minion rush. So that's a pretty powerful effect. Does Hunter care about this? I mean, the Beast Druid stuff, or Beast Druid, the Beast Hunter stuff kind of does, but pretty much all the stuff already has rush. The buff itself is very good. 2 mana +2/+3. That's really good. That's premium for what you're paying for in mana, and it's tradable. Maybe you want to trade it for other stuff. I'll give it a 3 in standard and a 2 in wild. I don't see it seeing play in wild, but I don't know, this the Beast Hunter stuff is getting so much support that maybe, just maybe, it kind of finds a way. We have here Deep Water Evoker, another pirate, this one for mage. I love all these classes getting pirates that normally would never get a freaking pirate. 4 mana 3/4 pirate, battle cry, draw a spell, gain armor equal to its cost. So this is an expensive draw card for mage. They don't really struggle with draw, and I don't know what you're playing this in. You could put this into a spell mage, but then you're playing a minion. Like, the problem with every mage card right now you look at is like, does it fit into a spell mage? No, it probably doesn't see play. Is it going to make another archetype work? Probably not. We need a big spell to see this work. You can make this, put this in like, you know, the grand finale type of deck where you have very limited spells, but you really want like the 0 mana hot streak card to cheat that out. So there's anti-synergy. With the cards I've seen so far for mage, I don't see a big spell mage, an armor gain spell mage working. I'm going to give it a 2 in standard. In wild, I'm going to give it a 4, or not 4, a 3. I think it has chance in like a Highlander Reno mage. Maybe you're playing this in only Pocket Galaxy and you gain 7 armor, right? Guaranteed. And you get Pocket in your hand. Maybe it's worth it, but there's not that big spell payoff I see in standard at the moment. And I guess this is the spell. This is as big a spell as we're going to get, because unless there's a legendary spell for mage, I don't think there's any other mage cards, is Arcane Overflow. It's a 5 mana spell, deal 8 damage to an enemy minion, so Flame Lance, go cry in the corner. Summon a remnant with stats equal to the X's damage. So it's like flame cannon or whatever from back in the day, but better. Is this worth it? It's 5 to, it kills anything. You get some stats on board. This is actually nice for spell mage because it can create a minion that you can kill. You can kill yourself because you need something to attack with your spell. So maybe it'll see play for that reason. Be more likely created by, but I mean, 5 mana heavy removal. It's just, what minions are you removing in this meta? So I'll give it a 2 in standard, a 2 in wild, but I mean, it's an insane arena card. It's just, and if the meta's ever minions again, yeah, it's good. It's just, I'm not really sold on that being a thing. We have a pirate for Paladin, or Wealth Redistributor, 5 mana 2/8. That's a lot of stats. Taunt Battlecry, swap the attack of the highest and lowest attack minion. So really weird card. You swap the attack of the highest and lowest attack minion. I'm assuming that this card itself doesn't really take anything. It just sees whatever is on the board and swaps the attack and the highest and lowest attack minion. I really don't know what to make of this card. I don't know what Paladin's doing it. You have like Argent Braggart, which sees like no play, which would like copy stats. I don't know what to make of this card. I'm gonna give it 2 in standard wild. I can't even think about what this is gonna do. If it's like not Libram Paladin or like aggressive Paladin, I just don't see it doing anything, but it's a lot of stats and you can do some cool trickery with it, but I don't see it being a meta player. We have a new Paladin spell, a holy spell, so tutorable, all of that. Righteous Defense, 3 mana spell, set a minion's attack and health to 1. So it's like the old subdue card, the old 2 mana subdue card. Give the stats it lost to a minion in your hand. So it's a hand buff card as well. Hand buff, debuff minion. That's really cool. That's really crazy. You could, yeah, make something really like a big minion, neutralize it, and for 1 mana more compared to subdue, buff the crap out of something in your hand. That's pretty powerful. Is that worth it in a non-minion meta or very minion-less meta? Probably not. But if the meta ever goes that way, this card can be insane. I'll give it a tentative 3 in standard and wild, just for if whenever that meta evolves. This card is actually pretty nutty. You can even hit your own minion in theory and buff something in your hand. Pretty crazy. And I love the flavor of a buff debuff minion. We also have Copycat. This is a priest minion, 3 mana 3/4 beast, battlecry, add a copy of the next card your opponent plays to your hand. Weird. A battle cry, add a copy of the next card your opponent plays to your hand. So this is a delayed effect? Is this a delay? How does this even work? It adds a copy of the next card your opponent plays to your hand. So I guess you play it and they're like, they know what you're going to get. So they're going to have an idea of what to play around. It's a delayed draw card thing. This seems kind of terrible. It's a spider tank. It's good stats. Chalky did not lie, by the way. There's a 3 mana 3/4 in the set. But yeah, I mean, your opponent could play around it. It's a weird value card. This feels like an arena card. It's a really cool flavor, but I got to give it a 2 in standard and wild. I can't see it seeing realistic play, especially if your opponent can kind of figure out, you know, how to play around it, if that's really the way it works. We have Parlay. 1 mana rogue spell, swap this for a card in your opponent's deck. cool little Burgle Rogue card. Probably not going to be a realistic meta player, but people love Burgle Rogue, and it's a cool Burgle Rogue card. You get to steal a card, and I don't think you don't get to discover it. It's random, and yeah, it's pretty fun, but I'll give it a 2 in Standard and Wild. I don't really see it seeing play. We have Sucker Hook, 4-mana 3/6 Shaman Pirate. At the end of your turn, transform your weapon to one that costs 1 more. So this is evolve on your weapon. You could kind of infinitely chain a weapon as long as it stays alive on the board. Cool card. Again, I don't see you're going like, you know, Doomhammer evolving. I think you want to keep your Doomhammer and keep hitting with it. But I mean, if you have a 6-mana weapon, if you can get that, you're basically always getting Gorehowl, and I guess that's something, but it has to be on the board. It has to live, and I mean, I guess you get 1 guaranteed proc, but seems like a meme to me. I'm going to give it a 2 in Standard and Wild, but again, really cool flavor, and evolving weapons, that's something new. We have Hullbreaker, 4-mana 4/3 Battlecry and Death Rattle. Draw a spell. Your hero takes damage equal to its cost. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think Wild is broken yet from a Warlock card. This card seems all right. I mean, you get to cheat out spells, and you know, your hero takes damage equals to its costs. You can cheat out Blood Bloom. Maybe that's the way Wild's gonna break. You play a Hullbreaker and you get Blood Bloom, and I mean, you draw 2 cards. You draw 2 cards, and your hero takes damage equal to its cost. It seems good. I'll give it a 3 in Standard Wild because it draws cards and self-damaging, but I don't think Wild's broken from it. I think we might escape it, maybe. Let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'm missing a combo. Maybe we dodged. Maybe we're not going 3 for 3, but there could be a Warlock Legendary, right? Or the Epic, or an Epic. I don't know. We may not be safe yet, but we'll see. We have Blacksmith Hammer, 4-mana 5/1 weapon. It's like a Magma Rager as a weapon with tradable. After you trade this, gain plus 2 durability. So trade this away, it's a 5/3. You trade it away, it's a 5/5. You can have like an infinite weapon with this, as long as you can draw it pretty reliably. Of Corsair Cache to help you, you know, even give it more durability, and it would take that buff from Corsair Cache. If this could spawn a weapon warrior, I don't know. You got Pirate Warrior, which already, you know, destroys this, you know, weapon. So I don't see that being a valid archetype, but really cool flavor. I'll give it a 2 in Standard and Wild, but I don't know. That's a lot of damage. Like 4-mana deal 15 as long as you trade it and draw it once. That's a lot of damage. So, you know, that could be a bit of a sleeper style of a card. And we have a Multicaster, 4-mana 3/4 Pirate. This is a neutral. Battlecry, draw a card for each different spell school you've cast this game. This could go to Spell Mage. You played 3 different spell schools. You play this, you get to proc your next quest line. The problem is you have to run a minion, but maybe it's worth it there. Yeah, and then any other class that utilizes like Druid, you know, utilizes a lot of different spell types like Arcane Nature. I guess that's the main thing they would use. But yeah, you might utilize that and draw a couple spells. I mean, if you hit 2 spell schools, it's 4-mana 3/4 draw 2. That's really good. I think this will see play for sure somewhere. It just depends on what can utilize it, but do not sell this card short. I'll give it a 3 in Standard, a 3 in Wild. It's 4-mana draw 2. So there's all the new cards. There'll be more cards tomorrow, so make sure, again, hit the sub button. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.